Hi guys, and welcome to another Fool of the Week. This week's Fool is Victoria Coates, Donald Trump's Deputy National Security Advisor from his previous administration. My goodness, Trump really does pick the dumbest people on the planet. So the right-winger appeared on NewsNight this week where she was asked a very simple question. If Donald Trump is planning to rebuild Gaza with spas, casinos and luxury apartments, how is he going to get the Palestinians out of there to achieve this goal? The Republican couldn't answer the question, and when she was pushed into a corner, she asked the journalist Victoria Derbyshire to help her out. Unbelievable stuff. Have a listen to this.
The king to do?
Can I ask, I don't think you've answered my question about what about those who don't want to leave. Can I ask this, again, it's a practical question really. How would President Trump go about forcing some of those millions of Palestinians into Egypt and Jordan?
Well, he hasn't said anything about forcing anyone to go anywhere.
But if people don't want to leave and he wants them to leave, then obviously they would be forced.
Well, I don't think he said anything like that. I think he said that the offer on the table is to build something new for them. And if they don't want it, they can reject it the way they rejected peace and prosperity.
Right, sorry, because President Trump made it clear they would need to go because he wants US takeover of Gaza so that he can somehow rebuild it. How would he get those 2 million Palestinians out of Gaza?
Well, the two routes that the Israelis have identified are the port in the northern part of the Strip and by bus to the airstrip in southern Israel. And I think that.
But how? How would they be pushed onto a bus? Is that what we're talking about? Forcibly putting people on buses? I don't understand. Please talk me through.
Nothing like that. This is, you're just going down a rabbit hole here.
It's a really legitimate question.
Well, if you don't like my answer, I apologize. But you can't put words in my mouth, and nobody is talking about anything like that. This is something you are making up and imposing on the situation because you don't like what the president has proposed.
I'm asking you a question. How would President Trump get the Palestinians out of Gaza Strip?
How would you get them out of Gaza Strip?
God, these people are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. How would you do it? Victoria Derbyshire is a BBC journalist. She's not the frigging president of the frigging United States. What the hell is wrong with these people? Donald Trump has chosen the dumbest people on the planet to be part of his administration. This was from a previous administration, but the newest people are not much better than this. Absolutely ridiculous individuals who don't have a functioning brain. Is it that you can't answer the question because you know the answer? Because you know it's a ridiculous answer? Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to force people onto buses. We're going to force people onto ferries or boats and get them out of Gaza because we don't give a crap about human rights or sovereignty or anything like that. We just need to get them out. We're going to need to force them into Egypt or force them into Jordan, even though those two countries have said we can't take any more refugees. We've taken refugees over the last number of decades. We can't take any more because it would destabilize our countries. To respond to a question, you are in charge. You are influencing Donald Trump's administration. You have a responsibility to answer the question. Donald Trump has a responsibility to answer the question. It's not the responsibility of a frigging journalist in the UK to solve the problem of the Middle East. You have decided that you're going to fix it. What the hell is wrong with these people?
President Trump has suggested...
Victoria Derbyshire has much more zen than I do.
Moving them out of the Gaza Strip. I'm asking you, as somebody who works at the foundation that has an influence over his foreign policy, how he would do it.
I think that is a question for him to answer and the people who are actually working for him now. I don't think that fear-mongering and trying to create a crisis where there is obviously a crisis, just because somebody has proposed a outside of the box solution that does not repeat the failures of the last 50.
Okay. So she's from the Heritage Foundation, a right-wing think tank in the United States, which is trying to influence policy in the UK as well. These people are charlatans. These people are crooks. These people are liars. They should be nowhere near any levers of power. They don't have any real ideas. They're just charlatans. They have They're idiots. Idiots, that's what they are. What is her response? Well, why don't you come up with a response? You're influencing Donald Trump. You have a responsibility to explain how these people are going to be moved out, why they should be moved out, why Donald Trump should be taking over Gaza. You have a responsibility to answer these questions. If you don't have the ability to answer the questions, then say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't come on your show. I shouldn't be interviewed because I don't have a functioning brain. I don't have enough neurons to actually answer these questions. The people in charge at the moment don't know what the hell they're doing. They're playing with fire. The situation in the Middle East requires diplomacy, requires working with partners, requires respecting human rights and sovereignty. But the worst people are in charge. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you next time for our next Fool of the Week.